Welcome back to your weekly course in Egyptian hieroglyphs. I'm your host, Scott Toy Guru Nightlick. Toy Guru because I mostly do videos about toys, but I'm also doing a series on hieroglyphics and how to read them. And that's what you're watching now. And hey, hopefully you've stuck around because this is episode 98. Boy, we are getting close to episode 100. All right, so let's wrap up our conversation and review of the future tense, or sidim tfih, which is how the tense is pronounced. All right, so with the two parallel dash marks. Now, the thing about the future tense we've talked about in the past few lessons is it's mostly about context. There's three parts: hailing the visitor, offering a request, and appealing to the goodwill or providing a warning, like, do not come into this tomb if you love life and fear death type thing. All right, so those are the kind of things you're going to look for in order to understand that you're dealing in the future tense. It doesn't come up that much in Stella, but as part of a well-rounded lesson in doodling, we should learn it. But today we're going to talk about purpose and causation, the last part of the future tense. All right, so this is a good point to actually pause the lesson and write out this sentence, glyph it out, and see if you could translate it. It uses a lot of phrases that we've used in the past in different lessons, but at one point, the verb in the third line there, the first word verb, is our causation verb. So let's go through. It's the one I've circled there. And this is a verb meaning may someone do something. And it's in context that you would know that and that it's in the future tense. All right, so hopefully you've paused it, written it down, worked on translating it, so your homework is sort of being woven into it this time. So let's do a quick translation. So first we have Khatib Dai Nasu, and Nasu king is honorific juxtaposition with pronounced after but appearing first. We've dealt with that a lot. It's the word meaning an offering which a king gives. Now we're followed by the symbol for Osiris, the steps, followed by the eye, and then the basket NB. So that means the Lord, or Osiris, and now Lord of Deju. We know Deju, we recognize, and we've got the X in a circle, which is the determinative for a place. Now the second line starts off Neder Anab, which means great God. We know, again, the honorific movement of Neder to the front, followed by the word Abydos. Again, you may recognize this one as a place, and the determinative is there with the X in the circle, so Lord of Abydos. So far we have an offering which the king gives to Osiris, great Lord of Deju, great God, Lord of Abydos. So this is going to bring us now to that third line, and where I've circled die equals F, because we've got F as the pronoun. It could be any pronoun. In this case, it could be she, we, but we're using he. Followed by Pert Haru and the offering of bread, beer, ox, fowl, alabaster, and linen, which translates to Tehunakataka Aped Sus Muhut, Muhut being alabaster. We've gone over all of those. So to draw your attention to the sentence in the translation, where I've circled or put a square around on the right, so that he may give. So die equals F, the verb to give with the pronoun F, is going to translate here so that he may give, causality, future causality, because we are addressing Osiris and it's an offering which the king gives, and the best translation is so he may. All right, the last part about future tense is the negative version of future. And this is actually not as tricky because, well, we know that there's other negative versions. We've done present tense and past tense. So we're just going to add future tense to our arsenal of understanding how to turn something negative. So if you recall from a few lessons back, the negative sign is the shrugging shoulders. So that's that first glyph there. So here we have he does not love. So we have the shrugging shoulders for not, the verb mer, love, then the n, and at the end of that, I've got the pronoun for he. So in the present tense, the shrugging shoulders and the negative N sign for water bookmark the verb, making it he does not love. It could be she, it could be we. Again, I've just used the pronoun for he, much like we did in the last sentence, the horned viper, just for consistency's sake. But that's just the pronoun. So he does not love is our full translation. So we could have a bolt of cloth, and that would turn it into she, or we could have the water sign with 3 strokes under it, the pronoun for we. Either way, it's going to be the same sentence. We do not love, she does not love, etc., etc. The key point is to know whatever pronoun you're using, it's that it's bookmarked by the shrugging shoulders, the verb, and then the water sign, which in the past tense we know is ed. And that's why it's a little tricky, because in the past tense you don't use the water sign, you just use the shrugging shoulders. So shrugging shoulders, verb mer for love, and now our pronoun. Again, we're just using he for consistency. So he did not love. So you'll see that in the present tense, you're bookending with the shrugging shoulders and the ed, the water sign. In the past tense, where we usually do use an ed for the verb, it doesn't appear, only the shrugging shoulders do. This is called Gunn's rule. We've been over this actually before. You may recall when we did negative, we talked about Gunn's rule. It's basically just an interesting flip where past tense in this case does not use the N, which normally in the past means the ed. For the future tense, we simply use the shrugging shoulders and the N water tense together at the beginning. So you'll see there for future tense, you've got shrugging shoulders, and water sign, love, and then pronoun. So this would be may he not love, or he will not love, if you will. Again, context will tell you. So it's all part of Gunn's rule, and it's basically the placement of the shrugging shoulders and the N water sign. Present tense, it bookends. Past tense, you just have the shrugging shoulders with no water sign. And in future tense, you have shrugging shoulders and the water sign in the front. It's just the way it is. Good to memorize. You can see I've labeled 1, 1, 2, and 3. That's just where the placement of the negative goes based in the tense, and it's another one of those signposts that helps you understand what tense you're in. All right, so episode 99 and 100 are around the corner. This is basically going to be some cleanup, some last few rules about how different tenses work, dealing with different generations and how they're referred. And after that, we're going to move into vocabulary building. So stick around. There's a lot more doodling with purpose ahead. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you've stuck through 98 lessons. Always a good idea to go back and review previous ones. And if you like this course, do like it, subscribe, share with your friends. It's great for the algorithm. It's great for YouTube because it's fun to share fun knowledge. Hope you're enjoying. Leave me any questions or comments below and I'll answer back. And I'll see you guys back here for 99 next week. Thanks for sticking with it. Take care.